everybody, my name is Stephanie. Welcome back to my channel. I am the blogger behind brighterdarling.com, and today we're doing my third trimester bump date. I am currently 38 weeks and I think 5 days along, but I'm like about to have this baby like maybe tonight, I don't know. I was at my doctor yesterday and I'm currently 3 centimeters dilated and 75% effaced, and my original due date was 10/14, but no doctors at my practice, there's 3 of them, think I'm making it. So yeah, I knew I had to get this video done ASAP. So anyway, if you haven't watched my other bump dates, I will make sure they're linked below or tag them up here so you can kind of see where we're at. But today I want to cover just like the things that have happened over the last, I don't know what it is, 12 weeks or so. I have a list here, so I'm going to be kind of going through them. So first of all, my nursery is 100% done. I did a whole blog post on the nursery and linked like everything possible that I could find. So I will insert some images here of what the nursery looks like and link the blog post below if you're interested. As you can see, it's all lavender and gray, very soft and neutral. I love gray, and a lot of my house is like the white and gray theme, but of course I wanted her room to be slightly more girly, but I'm not a pink person, so that's kind of where the direction of like the lavender and gray came in. So yeah. The other thing that happened this trimester that I will link a blog post about too is I had my baby shower, which was really fun. It wasn't too crazy or over the top. It was super neutral and simple. Had a little bit of greenery, some elephants, just really cute and pretty and like nature inspired a little bit. So again, I have a blog post talking all about that and also linked products there if you like what you see in these images and want to go see where I got them. Clothing essentials. So in the third trimester is when I started actually showing, like around 26 weeks I think is when I really popped. Like there was some bumpage happening, but not really enough that justify like full on maternity clothes. At that point I really needed to give up the flowy clothes because it was doing me no justice, and embrace the more fitted styles, because as somebody who's a petite person, I'm 5'3", I had to just wear small, like tighter fitting clothes, otherwise things just made me look like a giant marshmallow. I also tried out Stitch Fix Maternity because I got really tired, and I talk about this in the Stitch Fix Maternity review. I will link that again somewhere up here and down below. What happens with maternity clothes is a lot of brands don't stock them in stores, which is so annoying. So I was ordering an insane amount of clothes online in like double sizes of everything because I am in between a small, medium, and a 4-6 depending on the cut of the clothes, which is so annoying. So I was racking up quite a bit of charges ordering things online. I got really just sick and tired of it, and when I realized that Stitch Fix has a maternity styling service, and I know Stitch Fix has increased a lot of their brands that they work with and include now, I figured let me give it a try, and I've been very, very happy with Stitch Fix Maternity. And even now, I just got my latest box like a week ago. Actually, this is one of the shirts from it. It's not maternity, but like my stylist is so excellent at finding products that I can still wear right now with a pretty big bump, but that she knows I'll be able to wear after, because she's also a few months postpartum. So if you want to try Stitch Fix Maternity, I think it's a better deal because the stylists know how the clothes fit, and you're giving them your exact measurements and your sizes, and you can even explain to them your body type. So you don't have to do what I've been doing, blindly ordering clothes online and hoping that it fits. They're basically styling your body type and sending you clothes that fit your body type best and your size best. So that's been a godsend. I wish I did that earlier. As far as exercise goes, I am still very much exercising anywhere from 5 to 6 days a week. In the last I would say a week or two, I've had to slow down a lot because I'm just very uncomfortable. But I really, really endorse, I guess is the word, I don't know, or support exercising through your pregnancy if you can, because I think it's really helped me progress to the point that I'm at when it comes to like being labor ready right now. and having the baby in a good position right now. She's been head down since 33 weeks. Until about a couple weeks ago, I was going for 30 to 40 minute walks multiple times a week, and then a few days a week I would do some workouts at home if it was like raining outside and I wanted strength training. So I know for a fact there was a DVD in my second trimester video that I had to stop doing in the third. It was just too hard. It was one of the Pilates ones, I think. It just got too difficult, and yeah, so instead I subbed in Anna Sacconi, I think is her name, on YouTube here. She's like a huge mom / lifestyle vlogger, but she documented her first, second, and third trimester workouts with her personal trainer, and she recorded like the third trimester one, and I am obsessed with it. It's like a 10-minute strength training, like low impact cardio routine. And you can either do it just once or you can do it like she does. She repeated it 3 times. So I have been doing that one pretty religiously. If I don't do it just once to get a little bit, I will do the three times too. I really love that workout. It's so good for your third trimester. It's not too hard. So I've really been liking that one. I did have my glucose screening and I passed that. Like I did the 1 hour screening and had no issues, so I didn't have to do the 3 hour one, which was great. Especially if you watched my my second trimester bump date. I had been getting so much hell for my weight gain, which is still in the normal range right now. So I was really concerned I was gonna fail this glucose test. They made me just feel like I'm just so huge. So to pass that test was really nice. Although I'm still eating, you know, very healthy when it comes to diet. Like I am very paranoid about the weight gain still, which is so annoying because like I said in the second trimester bump date, I've had a pretty uncomplicated pregnancy. Like I've had no issues right now. So the fact that I got hell for my weight gain pretty often, especially in that second trimester, was just kind of a bummer. But when it comes to my diet right now, since this beginning of the third trimester, this is pretty much my daily diet. So in the mornings, I will have a bowl of oatmeal, like actual just plain rolled oats with almond milk. I'll have a half a cup of oats with almond milk, and then I won't put any sugar or anything in it. I'll either do walnuts and a half a banana, or strawberries and a half a banana. And lately I've put 1 date and half a banana in too. A date is for the fiber intake, which you'll need at the third trimester. You need to up that fiber, girlfriend, because things get a little backed up. So yeah, that's pretty much my breakfast, and then I'll have it either with a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, and then I'll have a snack morning. It'll usually be fruit with a string cheese, and then for lunch I will saute about half a cup to a cup of veggies. It's like a pepper and onion blend from Trader Joe's, and I'll crack 2 eggs in it and just mix it up. Sometimes I'll add 2 strips of bacon or a Trader Joe's jalapeno chicken sausage in there. So like that's like a very protein heavy lunch, which is really, I need that in the afternoon, otherwise I just like binge on carbs. So that's what I'll do for lunchtime. And then mid-afternoon I will let myself either have like a Cliff Bar, or I'll do a Greek yogurt, or sometimes I'll have, depending on like what I know I'm having for dinner, I'll have tortilla chips with salsa and refried beans, and it's kind of like nachos, but I don't put cheese or anything else on it. And actually that's like another good lunch option too if you're like not a big egg person. I got that from my nutritionist. She said to just have like a little tray of tortilla chips, refried beans, and some salsa on it, and it's pretty yummy. So those are like my mid-afternoon snack options. And then dinner I keep with no carbs. So like for instance, tonight we're having salad, and then I'm doing chicken salad melts. So like a tuna melt, but with chicken salad, and I stuff it in a tomato, and then I'll put like a piece of cheese on top of it. So that is what I'm having tonight. But a lot of times we'll just have like some kind of a meat, like I'll do bunless burgers with a salad, or sometimes bunless burgers with sweet potato fries. That's like my one like carb that I'll let myself have sometimes. But I just try to keep the dinner low to no carb. That's pretty much what I've been eating. And then here's some weird things that started happening in this trimester. So at 30 weeks, I had very intense back pain. It was very uncomfortable, kind of like menstrual, like period cramps in like my lower back, but it was just so hard to explain. But I'm thinking that that weird pain was her starting to turn upside, like head down, because when we did our 3D, 4D ultrasound at 33 weeks, she was head down, but she wasn't head down a week or two before that when I was at the doctor. So that's what I'm attributing that weird back pain to. So if you are around like 30-ish weeks and you start feeling like very uncomfortable back pain, maybe your baby's turning. So that was that. I started having sciatic pain again, or I don't know if I mentioned that in the second trimester, but I started getting kind of annoying back pain, and my doctor recommended to get one of those belly support bands, and I will link the one I got on Amazon below. It's like 20-ish bucks, but I wear that thing every day. Like, not all day long, because it's not good to wear it all day long, but especially if I'm working out or if I'm like just walking around the house, I will wear it. It doesn't feel very comfortable to sit with it on or like lay on the sofa with it on, but it really helps like support your hip and pelvis area, which helps alleviate some of that sciatic pressure and pain. And then at night, I bought this wedge pillow. It's meant to go like under your belly. I don't like it for that. I find it very uncomfortable for that, but what I do is kind of wedge it behind my back. It's like a pillow fort in my bed at night. But I wedge that pillow behind my back at night, and it keeps me kind of more balanced, because obviously I'm leaning on my pillow like this, and then I have that back pillow behind me, and that back pillow helps me from like bending, like leaning over too much in a certain way, which can put pressure on your hips again and not feel comfortable. So those two things have helped with the back pain. Around week 36 probably is when I started feeling very uncomfortable pelvic pain, because she's head down and she's apparently engaged in my pelvis, which is good for labor, but like the pressure is no joke, people. Like, I almost feel like her head bone is grinding against my pelvis, and I want to die like almost every day. It's so uncomfortable, but yet she's still high because I have a short torso. So she's up near my ribs still, like, I'll show you guys, like here's my bump, and she's still up here, but she's head down and really low in my pelvis too. So she's all up in my torso. And then I know I just briefly mentioned the 3D, 4D ultrasound, so I do want to touch on that. For us, that was the biggest waste of money of this entire pregnancy. Thankfully, we did not pay for it. My mother-in-law was kind enough to gift it to us. She really wanted us to just make sure the baby was head down and just see where her umbilical cord was. So we did it. But the first time I went, she was just so uncooperative. She just had her hand in her face. She was sucking her thumb. The umbilical cord was all up in her face. Like, it was kind of a bust, and we were there for an hour or more. I got up, I moved around, I did yoga. We nudged her as much as we could. We talked to her, we moved me to my side. It was like all sorts of aerobics, and she was having none of it. So our 4D ultrasound technician slash, I don't know what you call her, person, she was kind enough to say, why don't you guys just come back, I'll let you do a free rescan. Maybe she'll move by then. So we came back, I think it was just the week later, and it was even worse. Like, how is it possible to be even worse? But it was. She was folded up, like her little feet, or, you know, because like she's head down, and babies are in that like little fetal position where their like knees are folded up like against their chest kind of. So her feet were up in her face, like completely upside down, feet in the face, covering the camera. Then, in case this wasn't more signifying of the kind of stubborn little girl I'm gonna have, instead of her moving, like when I was doing, then again, I started doing all like the moves. Like, I was doing like yoga moves, I was doing downward dogs, I was turning, like we were doing all sorts of things to get her to move again. No, this little one decided to completely turn around and face my spine. Couldn't see her face at all. Because if it wasn't bad enough that her feet were covering her face, now she just said, F you, and just totally turned around and was like, I'm having none of this. Stop taking my picture. So we were again there for over an hour that second time, and I just was like, I'm done. Like, at this point, we're gonna see her in a few weeks. I'm over it, whatever. And yeah, so like, if you guys are thinking about 4D ultrasounds, just know that that is very common. I talked to the tech and she said that this happens a lot, and she gets really sad because a lot of times girls and women go in there, you know, so excited to see their baby, and a lot of times it just doesn't work. So it's not the tech's fault, it's not your fault, it's just babies do whatever the heck they want. So just know that if you're going into that, you know, it really might not work. It might be kind of a waste of your money. So there's that. I packed my hospital bag at week 37? No, 36, because I'm 38. Yeah, I packed, or no, maybe I did pack it last week. Anyway, I packed my hospital bag, and I packed Savannah's hospital bag, the baby. So if you want to see what I packed in that bag, those bags, again, I will link it here, and I will also link it down below. But I will say, overall, if we take away the BS I got about my weight, oh, I guess I should tell you. So I've put on 31 pounds, and I started at a healthy normal weight, so I was told to put on about 25 to 35 pounds, and again, I have like a week left, week and a half. So I should be totally fine for that weight gain. I'm 5'3", if that gives you any reference. And yeah, I don't really want to tell you what the number is that I weigh right now. I don't know if I told you in the second trimester, because people just carry weight so different, and like, I know I carry more weight than I seem to because I've always had more muscle tone. So I don't want to freak anybody out. Keep that in mind as a reference point if you're watching this and you're also 5'3" and about size 4 to 6 before you were pregnant. That's where I'm at. So, okay. I think that's everything I can possibly cover before I literally go into labor, like now, because I've been having like back pains this entire time I've been recording this video. So that's that. Thank you so much for watching this video and for keeping up with my pregnancy updates. I really appreciate all the advice you guys have given me and support, and how excited a lot of my friends and followers are, because it's been a long road to get here. So I'm ready to meet her, and yeah. Stay tuned on my Instagram if you want to keep up with when the baby's coming, because I might be radio silent on the blog and other social channels if I am in labor, but I will update Instagram more often. So stay tuned there. I will link that below as well. All right, guys, have a good one, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.